Hello, my name is Claire Hubbard. I'm director of the Teach Hub, and today we are going to show you a homeschool reading lesson for Key Stage 1. So today the materials are available for both Year 1 and Year 2. Resources will be available on the website afterwards, and we'll show you where to find them. There's also a competition. As you can see, the background behind me is a picture from the text. So we'll be showing you some more of that a little while. So what I'll do is I'll switch over to the PowerPoint, and then you'll be able to see less of me and more of the book. So this is the book that we're going to be looking at today. It's called Worm, Slug, Maggot and Leech, and their troublesome transformation. It's written by a lovely lady called Polly Walker, who's been to our school as she delivers brilliant author visits as well. She has got other books as well, but she's given us permission to use this today. We've also got a whole class reading unit on this text, but it is different. At the end of this unit, there is a competition. You can win one of 3 signed copies of this text. So what we're going to do, as we normally do with the reading lessons, we're going to start first of all by just having a quick look at the text inside and on the blurb here. So we've got 4 characters: worm, slug, maggot and leech, and they're deeply troubled by the way that they look. So it covers some quite sensitive issues here. So we've got worm, slug, maggot and leech. What we're going to do is, before we start anything within our lessons, is we're going to start looking at the vocabulary. So I'm going to switch to the vocabulary slide so that you can have a little look at that before we go any further on. So you can see here, we've got a few words that we've chosen from the text that we would like the children to be able to read and play around with before we even start looking at the text. We've actually put some words together for Year 1 and for Year 2. So I'm going to start with the Year 1 words, which are here. And what we tend to do is to look at the words themselves and then what they mean, and also we've got the pictures that go with them. So sorry, let's go back to the original slide there, which has just gone. There you go. Okay, so wriggle. So we've got wriggle, which means twist and turn movements. And I would want the children to have a really close look at this word wriggle, because we've got the R sound, but we've got the WR that make the R sound, R for wriggle. We've got I, G, 2 G's that follow the short vowel there, wriggle. Oh, we'll be looking at that spelling in Year 2, but we always look up spellings even though they might not know them yet, we can still point them out. So it's a little bit of incidental learning here. So wriggle. Twist and turn movements. Now children, if you are looking at this, you can see I can wriggle like a worm. Can you now pretend to wiggle and wriggle and jiggle like a worm? I want to see you wriggling. No, I can't see you, but have a go. I'm sure somebody next year will be able to see you doing that. So wriggle, 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 wriggle. Okay, that's lovely. Good. Okay, and the next word we're going to be looking at is the word, oh, every time I touch this it goes over, is the word plain. So you can see the word plain here. I'll try not to change the page over this time. Plain. We've got plain. And it means no pattern or design. We've chosen a very plain t-shirt here to show you. Say the word plain. Plain. Okay, good. Plain. It's just 1 syllable. Plain. We've got the long A sound in the middle there. The next one's actually got a prefix on the front. Again, you don't get taught this yet, but it's good to see these things because you will come across these words. So Year 1, like something that you like, and dis means the opposite, to not like something in this case. So to dislike, to not like something. You can see this little girl doesn't like something. It could be a sprouts, or it could be, I don't know, anything that she doesn't like doing. It looks like she doesn't like to taste something there. We've got this little face here just showing you that, no, don't like that, I don't like that at all. Okay, we'll look at these in a little while and think about what you will like and what you won't like as well. And then we've got ugly, not pleasant or nice to look at. It's quite hard to find a picture for this one, but I found a blobfish, which I thought was quite interesting. David Williams has got a book about a blobfish. He really, really does look ugly. And I know it's not kind to call people ugly, but sometimes some things are ugly. And I found, and I think this is a bat, bit of a funny looking bat. Look, I think it's quite a baby bat, but they're not the prettiest of animals. And so it relates well to the book, because in the book you'll see the word ugly. So we need something not pleasant or nice to look at that isn't actually too bad. Right, think about something you dislike. Tell somebody next to you what you might dislike. Just have a few seconds to do that. You can pause this whilst you do that. Something you dislike. Okay, super. I really don't know what you're going to say there. It would be very interesting to hear if you'd like to let me know. And ugly. What's not pleasant or nice to look at? Try and think of something that you've seen that was a little bit ugly, maybe. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the year 2 vocabulary. Obviously the year 1 and year 2 is okay for year 2. The words will be in both of the texts, because we've got texts for year 1 and for year 2 on this unit. So here we go. Peaceful, peaceful. Again, we have got peaceful, we've got the suffix, we've got a full suffix. Whenever we use full on a suffix, we only use one L. It just means free from disturbance. So we found somebody sort of having a lovely peaceful time looking out at the sea there. You've got peace. Notice the S sound has got the CE. The E, familiar with in year 2, EA is E. So peaceful, peaceful, 2 syllables, peaceful. Okay. And then explore and investigate are quite similar. So explore, I've got a picture of a map here, because you can travel through to learn about somewhere or a place, or you can explore by discussing something in detail. So if you're going to go and explore an area, or you have explored an area, you're trying to learn a little bit more about it. And then while you're there, you might investigate. So we've got investigate, where you examine the facts or you research. So in the book, again, you will see that the creatures explore and investigate. If you look at investigate, investigate, there's 4 syllables. Investigate. Put your hand under your chin and say that. You'll see your chin goes down 4 times for the 4 syllables. You'll also notice that there's 4 vowels. In fact, there's 5 there, because we've got this end part. The A works with the E to say the A sound. So we've got in, we've got I, vest, we've got I, and gate. Investigate. You could also get investigated or investigating by adding different suffixes on the end. But I think the word might be, I think it's investigate in this text. I don't think we've added the suffix on. Okay, so those are the words. Think about something now, year 1 or year 2, that you would like to investigate. Pause this video whilst you think about that. Where would you like to investigate, or even where would you like to explore? Just talk to somebody about that. Try and use the words explore and investigate. Okay, lovely, thank you. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to just be thinking about these words, and I'm going to show you where you can find these words or this vocabulary to investigate a little bit further before we then look at the text in lesson 2. here we are. So you can access this document along with all the other documents within a pack on our website. I'll tell you where to find those in just a second. It might be an idea to get the children to underline the words with sound buttons. You could read them, get the children to put them into sentences, anything so that they're really, really familiar with these words before we then start to look at the words in the text. So we've got those words, we've got the 4 characters that are in the book today: worm, slug, maggot, leech. Again, you can sound those out. G, but. That sounds like an it's called a schwa when it does that. It doesn't sound like the o. And then leech, each. And then at the bottom you'll find the year 2 words there. So help yourself to those, they're free on the website. If you log into the teachhub.co.uk and click on reading, you'll find them both in the year 1 and the year 2 folders. It will be called Worm, Slug, Maggot and Leech Homeschool Learning, and it will be free. So choose the one without the price on, because the one with the price on is the one that we use in schools that you could purchase at a later date, but the one that you need for this lesson or this set of lessons is the one that is free. Okay, so they'll remain on there for a while, and what we'll do is now we'll carry on and we'll see what happens in lesson 2. So thank you very much, and what we'll do is I'll see you in lesson 2 and we'll start to look at the text. So thank you, have fun, and see you soon. Bye-bye.